One characteristic that shows a great leader is the ability to inspire others. I spent the day at an elementary school shadowing the school's counselor. The counselor and principal showed me around the school and shared both of their job descriptions and responsibilities. Counselors spend a lot of their time in direct service and contact with the students. I've always had the desire to work in a school setting as a counselor or a social worker with students that are at an economic disadvantage. The school that I visited was an atmosphere that I do want to work in. As we were walking in the hallway, I met this 8-year-old young man who was sent out of class for misbehaving. The class was taking a test and the child was being disruptive, so the teacher sent him out. The counselor went up to the child and tried to redirect him, but he ignored her. After a few minutes, I went up to the child and got on the floor with him and asked him what was going on. As little as he was, he looked up at me and said, "I'm irritated." I asked him what caused him to feel irritated, and he shrugged his shoulders. I asked what was his class doing prior to him being asked to leave his room, and he said they were taking a test. I asked, "If you don't take the test, will this affect your grade?" He replied, "Yes." I asked him what did he want to be when he grows up, and he looked at me and said he wanted to be a doctor that helps kids. While still on the school floor with him, I told him that doctors take a bunch of tests throughout school and he needs to get up and finish his tests. I knew I was motivating him to high levels of performance. I talked briefly with him about what it would take to become a doctor. He looked up at me, got up, and went in class and finished the test. I felt in my heart that God called me to counsel, and that experience was validation that I had chosen the right career. When the counselor left, the principal stated that this was the first time the young man followed directions without giving staff a hard time. Talking to the child seemed so natural. I want to be in an atmosphere where I can help transform others as well as them transforming me.